Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out where I am on Facebook. Okay, here I am. All right, I think I am live and I think I'm ready to go. All right, welcome everyone to the first episode of Token Talks. I am your host, BM Jubilee. Um, where your host, who always felt like the token black kid, where we talk about token black characters in film while drinking black owned alcohol. Um, Today, everything will be my personal opinion on a TV show and will be put on a grading scale based off of four criteria. The first one being if they're a main character or a supporting character. The second one being if they are something realistic or if they're more so being a stereotype. The third one being how much screen time they get, and that's based per character. So, for example, if there are three people of color on a television show, and each of them get 2 minutes, that's a total of 6 minutes altogether. And then lastly, I will average it all together. And again, these are all my opinions. While I am a black man and I am a queer person, I do not speak for everybody in my mafia. Cool, cool. All right. Now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the alcohol that I'll be drinking today. The alcohol that I'll be drinking today is 19 Crimes. I am not 100% sure if this is a black-owned alcohol. However, I will be drinking Cali Red today. Cali Red is Snoop Dogg's partnership that he started with them back in 2020, last summer, in the midst of the pandemic. I like it. It's pretty good. 19 Crimes is based off of different criminals, as they call them, called criminals turned colonists, who they moved from Britain to Australia. Each of the wines is named off after a different criminal. Um, and this one is based off of Snoop Dogg after his partnership. Um, yeah, yeah. The episode that we'll be watching today, or that I'll be watching today, or critiquing today, will be Degrassi, per what you all voted for. I went ahead and I chose the episode off of random. There are over 300 episodes of Degrassi. Degrassi, for those of you all who do not know, is a teen drama that came out originally back in the 70s or the 80s. It started off as Kids of Degrassi Street, then evolved to Degrassi Junior High, then Degrassi High. Then it took a long hiatus and eventually came back for my generation, which was called Degrassi The Next Generation, which is what one of the episodes I'll be pulling from today. Um, Degrassi was a big highlight of my high school years, my elementary school years, my college years. I still watch Degrassi today with one of my best friends. Shout out to Sierra if you're watching. Um, the episode that I'll be watching today is called Free Falling. I'll be watching part one and part two, or as long as until I get sleepy or until I feel like I'm too drunk, whichever one comes first. I'm gonna go ahead and give you all the synopsis of Free Falling, the first episode. So the summary of Free Falling Part 1, Paige isn't exactly loving her new life at Banting. Panic attacks, tons of work, and setting your own room on fire. She's been through it all. Meanwhile, Peter wants forgiveness from Darcy, but things may be more complicated than he thought. I don't exactly remember this episode as far as things that happened with Peter, but I definitely remember Paige's breakdown. And when I went to college, I definitely remember almost getting to that point. I wasn't going to set my shit on fire, but neither here nor there. And then the second episode, Free Falling Part 2, the synopsis for that is Paige's life at Banting is becoming a not so heavenly trip. It's drama after drama after drama. One by one, she is failing grades, dealing with issues about dorm fire, and even more panic attacks. Instead of letting her friends or someone know how she feels, she bottles it all up and throws it into the sea, waiting for it to just go away. Darcy and Peter start dating after Darcy gives into Peter's advances. I don't remember this episode at all. I just remember Paige losing her shit. Before I go ahead and press play, I just want to go ahead and say that I do not own any other rights to this episode. If you would like to go ahead and watch with me, all the Degrassi episodes are on YouTube. I encourage you to watch with me. I encourage you to watch Degrassi because, again, Degrassi is that shit. Um, Without further ado, let's go. Also, before I go ahead and start off, if you guys would like to go ahead and try some of the Cali Red Dogg, I'll be going ahead and raffling off a bottle for $1. Most of the proceeds will be going to a nonprofit organization. Um, and more information about that at the end of the podcast and the video. All right. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and watch it.
Charles, where's your torch?
And time? Next question.
I don't know.
What?
I don't like the candle, but it's small. I'm not gonna burn myself. Oh, child. I'm about to set myself on fire.
And time. Next question. Time? And time. Since our beginning, we've asked what's
So I already got to
possible.
add. First off, I'm mad my brother just came out here like that, and he knows I'm definitely recording. That's one. Secondly, I'm mad we're not even 3 minutes into the show. I haven't even got the fucking theme song, and we already got to add.
We've learned that possible
Thirdly,
is just the beginning.
I don't even know what thirdly was. So anybody who watched Degrassi knows that theme song is the most infamous theme song, and you get it popping every time you hear "Whatever It Takes." I know I can make it through, but it's the theme song where it's just like the little images of their past, and they're just like popping up doing things. Right now, it's Cassie Steele, Manny's character. I'm still happy. I'm still loving it, but I'm not as excited about it. Also, before I continue on, let me just go ahead and say that Paige did not have real friends whatsoever. Because I do remember having friends, and I'm not going to go ahead and name them, but I remember having friends who had panic attacks in college, in the dorms, in the school library. And I remember people wanting to go and help them, even people they didn't know, people who were their friends, all together. And Paige just walked out. And granted, I don't expect anybody to walk out in the middle of the exam to go and help her, but you really going to sit here and tell me nobody's in the hallway, just saw this girl just run out of the room and sit there like she's about to like hyperventilate? No, nobody. Paige was that bitch. Hi, yo, by the way, a BTW. So we're still the next generation at this point because it eventually turned to boiling point. The flip phone.
Hi, Alex's voicemail. Sorry, I haven't called. I wanted to, but okay. Have you ever felt like the subway is running over your lungs? Like you're trying to breathe, but the entire train is just crushing your ribs? Okay, I'm rambling. I really, really, really hope that you're still going to Marco and Dylan's this weekend. Bye.
That's it. Oh, and I'll have your exam marks next week. Paige, Mikhailchuk, a word, please.
It's Michael Chuck.
Professor James, I was hoping we could talk, actually. I guess you thought I left the midterm. Well, I mean, I did, but not, like...
When someone walks out on an exam, I like to know why. I sleep better.
Well, that's part of it. Sleeping. I haven't been.
Ah, partying.
No, I swear it. Though the rest of my dorm has a lot. I just have so much work all the time.
I hear what professors is saying. Who's on the phone? You don't know my life.
Who knew there'd be so much math and marketing?
Paige, you need to pass this course to stay in the program.
I just want to go ahead and say we're 4 minutes into the 22-minute episode and has yet to be a person of
I
color
don't want to discourage you, but
to say anything
not
other than
everyone
the
is cut out
to
for
even be
me.
in the show other than the extra, let alone say
Professor
anything.
James, my mom was a banting girl and I am a banting girl. I just have to get better at doing banting.
Take home midterm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I can do better than...
So I don't know about everybody's college, but that is realistic. I definitely did have professors in college who would help us out, either give us a take-home midterm, go ahead and let us redo our midterm, go ahead and make an open book. Like that definitely was accommodating to our needs. Not everybody's college, but at least I know at my school it was.
this time.
Along with your 20-page essay on international branding and the chapter summaries, you're late on.
Thank you, Professor James. Don't worry, I won't let you down.
Makes no difference to me, just don't let yourself down. 5 p.m. Monday. Have a great weekend.
Hey, heard you need to get into the cat kitchen while I'm waiting for my mom to drive me home, so I thought I might help out a friend.
Funny, I don't see one.
Ouch. I guess I could just go to media immersion and scroll through some of your hot pics. You ever put them back up online?
Dream on, and
Peter
it's time
was,
for people to manipulate
Peter
others
is creepy.
for their own fun.
Peter bothers
And
me.
if he sins against you 7 times a day, returns to you 7 times saying, I repent, forgive.
You showed my private photos to some 40-year-old pervert. You can't make it up with a Bible quote.
I repent,
And the fact that he
I repent,
tried to
I
use a
repent,
Bible
I
quote
repent,
to
I
get back
repent.
with her.
What do you say now?
I say Matthew 10:42. Look it up and be here tomorrow morning at 7.
On a Saturday?
Darcy wasn't shitty either.
Stop.
Let's sit there
Did you know every
and
time
throw
you
that
shop
out
on
there.
Amazon, you're
First
helping
of all, why the
someone
fuck is
make
that so
passive
loud?
income?
But Darcy wasn't shitty either. Let's go ahead and throw that
Yes,
out
you could
there.
be helping someone. Buses don't even run that early.
Whatever. That's you.
Hi, twin.
I cannot believe Mom and Dad are renovating this weekend.
And hello to you too.
Mom and Dad are renovating every weekend. Hey, I missed you. Here.
We have Mark on.
Great food.
The first person of color.
Starving. Well, are you sure that Ellie didn't make these?
Ellie took her laundry home for the weekend. Oh, and jokes. Hiko and Suki are off discovering our country's natural wonders. Niagara Falls.
So you are making the Michael Chuck family dinner?
Hey, I'm under enough pressure as it is with my parents coming too, okay?
You guys are having a double date with your folks.
Date? Gosh, no. Mark and I are just roommates, right, darling? Exactly, darling. Come on, let's get you some non-homemade snacks.
I don't know about anybody else on here, but I definitely remember just having the friends. That's another topic for another day.
You like? I read it myself.
Feeling hostile, are we?
It's not hostility, it's affection. The message you left sounded like the fabulous Banting girl needed a little bit of a cheer up.
Yeah, because the fabulous Banting girl has 12 tons of work to do.
Well, now I'm here. And we have some serious catching up to do.
Okay, I'm thanked. Good night, ladies.
Night. I gotta be up at Cock-a-doodle Dawn to hit the bugs.
Right. You should go.
No. Wait. Have a sleepover. Right here. Just friends.
Yeah, I know, Doofus. I have a girlfriend.
You are so lying.
You might have one friend at Banting next year.
Who? You? Seriously?
Despite your doubts, I'm kicking butt at school. Mark, not people.
Well, that is fantastic, hun. I am very glad that you proved me wrong.
Whatever. Let's get our degrees, and then road trip. Imagine a couple Banting babes gone wild.
Thanks, Alex. You're so lucky.
Good night.
Hey,
Hey, I brought these for you.
great idea. The homeless deserve beauty with their meals too, right?
Homeless what?
Our church group's doing a special dinner for them. For tomorrow?
And I'm here this early because,
Did you read Matthew 10?
yeah, it's think about a guy needs water, gives it to it in cycles.
I tell you the truth, he'll certainly not lose his reward. AKA that forgiveness you want, a reward.
Right. So, why are you?
You'll need forgiveness for something, and you can start by peeling apples. I tell you the truth.
Thank you, Sean. Hey, Damo.
I'm pretty sure that you screamed turkey or something in the middle of your sleep last night. I was having a nightmare, okay? I was having a turkey.
First thing in the morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry.
Page's workload, if you're procrastinating or if you're going through a lot, is very realistic because that was very much me in college.
You can pass it out. I don't know. I see them on the table. This kid was just
Hey, do you guys think you could be a little louder for me?
how about you chill? Like, don't you use like flour to make gravy?
Well, you do, yeah. You
Okay,
use
well then.
flour, and you use like chicken broth, you just do chicken noodles and stuff.
Yeah, no, but make sure you get salt.
Yeah, okay.
It's like to start at.
Okay, start. Now.
You guys, you're ridiculous. Please take this.
This was grand, so careful. Don't
Paige
put it
is
in
so
the
relatable
microwave.
right now.
Here's the walnut stuffing recipe for Dylan. Remind him just a touch of sage.
This is like literally my
Can
junior,
I stress that?
senior of life.
With the contractors.
But your daughter wants to tell you something.
And if you were one of my close friends in college, you know how hard and like how much I was going through it.
Never mind. Compared to renovation hell, it's nothing.
And then
Like
the
the
same
contractors,
thing, we're trying to
Never
like
let me down.
talk to my people about it, specifically like my family. It was
Does she
brush
breathe
it
like
off.
the rest of us? Or does she produce her own air internally like a blowfish? Exactly. H?
Like, bitch start having a panic attack and she laughs it off. She doesn't realize she's having a panic attack. Bitch, this is your ex-girlfriend. You don't realize this shit?
You are the prettiest, smartest, bestest.
Why are you putting more pressure on me, Alex? Why?
Pressure? What are you talking about?
Forget it, okay? Leave me alone.
Millions of vulnerable Americans.
My brother brought up a good point when they were watching TV that a lot of times that like when we go through it like that, we don't realize that we're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves because we try to live up to the expectations that our people put on us. And eventually they stop having those expectations because they either realize they're unrealistic or they realize that you're living your own life. But in your head, you still have those expectations. So you overwhelm yourself with that shit. And that's exactly what's going on with Paige. And so now everybody else that sit there and hypes her up, she doesn't take it as a compliment. She just takes it as just like you're thinking more of me that I can never think of myself right now because I have way too much going on. I feel it. I understand. I've been there.
No. Forget what? What's wrong? You don't get it, Alex. And you never will. So just go back to your stupid, pathetic little straight A high school life with your pathetic imaginary girlfriend, okay? Go away.
I need to see if Paige if Alex is a person of color because she is getting a decent amount of screen time. And right now, we're halfway through this episode and we've only had Marco and he's been on the screen for not even a total of 2 minutes.
Dylan, just move, okay? I'm much better at fridge temperature. Just leave the turkey out. My arm's freezing. Just get out of here.
Salmonella is so not festive.
Everything okay? Alex bolted like shoes on fire.
Yeah, that's Alex being Alex. You can't just leave poultry sitting out.
See, I told you, Dylan.
Excuse me.
No, you're not going to help.
You know what? I'll cook. Take some parent pressure off you.
Don't you have an essay to cook up?
Yeah, I can handle my own course load, thanks.
No, you can't,
Both of
bitch.
you out.
Fine, I've got it. Fine.
There.
Try to relax. Everything will be fine.
When I'm nervous, I fidget. No. Is it too late to cancel? Hey, Mom, Dad, here, come in. Hey. Hi.
Place looks great, Marco.
Yeah, it's good.
For your house?
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Degrassi. Oh, I'll get that. Here. I'll get that.
Mom,
Hey. Yeah.
Hi, Marco.
Hey, Dad.
Still no haircut.
Still not here.
Butternut squash soup with frizzled leeks and creme fraiche. Super baby.
She's such a talent. She won the Brownie's Best Brownie Award when she was 6. I always wish I'd had it on.
I'm glad you didn't.
This looks delicious.
Are we late?
You have another person of character. Color person of color.
Don't be rude. Hello, Alex. Dylan.
Oh, yeah, I've got some extra chairs in our room. My room.
What are you doing here?
Well, you invited me, and I wanted to make sure you were okay after your little breakdown.
Alex is a pathological liar. Alex, maybe we should just...
Hey, no arguing over dinner. Sit. Now, who's your friend?
This is Carla, my imaginary girlfriend.
Okay. Leo, forget no. I don't understand. Leo. Slow down.
Is there a problem?
Oh, my Greek's a little rough. I think he wants an extra piece of pie. Is that all right?
You speak Greek?
Yeah, I learned some from my pop.
Grandpa, he used to eat a lot of dessert too.
Tell me you peeled the apples yourself?
Yeah, let's try. Oro Gura peeled them myself.
Pomegranate dressing, just exquisite. Paige, you could have got a scholarship for chef school too. Mom.
Oh, and Dylan has had offers recently to play pro hockey in Switzerland.
Once my visa comes through.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Did you know Colin's an honors grad student? And she's captain of the Toronto Youth Distance Running Team.
I'll clear the salad plate.
Matting wanted Paige for the power squad.
They called it cheerleading when I was captain. But she chose to focus on academics. Mom, please.
Once Paige gets her honors degree,
The Banting MBA program.
sweetie, tell everyone how Banting has the most prestigious program.
And then sometimes it really is your parents still putting a lot of pressure on you, i.e. Paige's mom.
Why don't we talk about something else?
Fine. Oh, don't you have some sort of announcement?
Yes, the turkey's ready.
She's so modest.
Darcy, am I right home?
No.
Sure, I thought since the whole street racing thing you can.
No, I can drive.
They give you your license back?
Yeah, I can hit the guy in the clear. But it'll cost you.
Will half the pie do it?
Hey, take after my buckle.
Here it is, complete with traditional microchuck family walnut stuffing.
Oh, looks delicious.
Paige, let's hear your news. Really? More of a dessert and coffee kind of thing. Dean's list? Anniversary? New boyfriend? Who wants white and who wants dark?
Wait.
How the fuck does stuffing just explode out of a motherfucking turkey? Can somebody fucking explain that to me? Because that doesn't make no motherfucking sense. Maybe it's just motherfucking me.
Family walnut stuffing.
We still have Brussels sprouts.
And carrots.
I love my glasses, especially when I can find them.
So I'm going to
At least
invest
Plus, we help patients get rid of the annoyance of glasses
by
and
these
contacts so they can live
episodes,
life the way they want.
'cause I can't
Plus,
handle
right
these
now, when you
ads.
mention this ad, you could save.
Hey, everybody.
Marco's been the first person to come and check on her.
Except my pops, who's still, eating. I take that as a compliment.
I blew up a 20-pound turkey.
Yeah. Come on, Paige, that's not all that's bothering you. What is it? What could possibly have my smart, beautiful, talented friend so down?
Don't call me that. I am an idiot. I fooled all of you.
You are too stressed. Is it school with all that work you brought home? Paige, you're not the only one. Unless you're in a little secret. Last week, I got a C- on my site paper.
I should drive back tonight.
What? Tonight? It's 3 hours away.
It's fine, Marco. I'll tell my parents and then go.
Are you sure?
Girl.
Hey, you.
So you want to have a mental breakdown? That's what you're saying.
Call me if you need to talk, all right?
Yeah, 250K an hour, 4 months.
You've never gone that fast.
Peter, there are not
Hello,
Girl.
wasn't it though?
License and registration? Just relax. Degrassi can go faster than that. Yeah, especially the ones on bikes. We got a Peter Stone here and 31 Canal Avenue, please.
Peter, no, he's not supposed to be driving. What is he doing? Fucking
Out of
driving.
the car, please.
Out of the car, please.
Stop. Well, your friend Peter here has been driving with a suspended license.
It's true.
Good job, Peter. We can always count on you.
I cannot believe I actually started to like you. You'll never change.
For anybody that's a Degrassi fan, you know Darcy. Oh, our wonderful, fantabulous Darcy is not shit either, which is why she was perfect for Peter. So this is the infamous set my homework on fire scene. She starts laughing. And then she realizes what the fuck she does. My door was up. Yes, bitch, you set your room on fire. I'm sorry. So that was the first episode. I definitely don't remember that dinner scene being that dramatic. I don't remember Alex even being in that motherfucking episode. However, I do remember Paige's breakdown, and I do remember that being feeling very realistic. However, my podcast is not about Paige. My podcast is not about half of the people that I talked about today. My podcasts are about Black, Indigenous, and people of color characters. And so far on screen, we have had Margot, we have had Carla, who is Alex's imaginary girlfriend, and we have had Marco's parents. Right now, between this first episode, we have a total of 6 minutes and 47 seconds of screen time out of a 22-minute and 20-second episode. Let's see what the second episode has in store for us.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who sat at my desk?
We're Eternals.
These ads.
To protect humans from the deviants. When you love something.
I don't know what happened. I was studying and then suddenly I'm staring into Dante's Inferno.
Quick side note, anybody who works a job has gone through training, and every time you go through training, you see these rules that just seem so asinine, just like, why the hell are you giving us these rules? And most of the time they tell you it's because 9 times out of 10 somebody has broken these rules before in the past, right? So it really makes me wonder if this pulled from something real world where somebody purposely set their room on fire from a breakdown with candles, or did somebody eventually just have their room catch on fire with candles? Because I know at least where I went to college at, an open flame was not allowed, and that included incense.
This could have been a lot worse.
Kevin, you're my firefighting resident assistant hero.
I'm not going to find any melted wax in the bottom of the trash can, am I?
Remote candle? No, of course not. My
Oh, apparently candles wasn't
computer
allowed in
must have
Canada either, so.
spontaneously combusted.
Grab your stuff. You can crash in the common room tonight. You may have to live there for a while.
I have got to do a 20-page essay in ace a take-home exam and do a million chapter summaries before 5 o'clock where I am a big, fat, flunking out failure.
I always say everything looks better in the morning.
Well, that's only true if your entire world hasn't already gone supernova.
True. Sometimes looking on the positive side is not always the positive thing. Sometimes it's best to be realistic. Quick side note, right now, since I'm not having a lot of faith on getting any more characters, I'm just about to count how many people are, how many people of color, how many people of color are in the theme song, and see how many people have we seen on the show so far. Drake, Arbor Grant, the Drake. We have 5. And while we have seen 5 so far, only 2 of those people are in the actual thing. One of those people are in the thing. One of those people are in the theme song.
Family emergency. Alex?
Guess who just got her 3rd bio A+ in a row?
Heather Sinclair?
Ouch.
Who the fuck is Heather Sinclair, y'all?
Chance a marketing guru can forgive a science geek for being an obnoxious turkey?
Are you actually apologizing?
I'm full of surprises. Still kind of worried about your whole family dinner flame out.
Apology accepted, and I could not be more fine, honestly. Last minute is my middle name. But enough about me. Go celebrate your scholarness. Any A+ plans?
Carla's meeting me at the Dot tonight. Nothing special. But she's paying.
Well, congrats, hon. Send her my love, okay?
Later.
Professor James.
This McHale took. Finished already.
Michael Chuck.
Until 5 today.
Actually, you know how it is, family weekend, parental drama, and a minor dorm room fire type incident. I was hoping for another very small extension. I just wouldn't want to hand in less than my best.
A fire? Do you have the fire marshal's report?
No, but I have filled everything as proof. Believe me, I wouldn't make this up. I just thought that maybe under the circumstances.
I can't make last-minute exceptions, Paige. You understand that, I'm sure.
I guess I have to.
Hand in whatever you've got. I'll see you at 5. No excuses.
Now, I don't know a lot of teachers who give too many exceptions past what she already gave, so that's also very
$60,000
realistic.
vehicle you snuck out of my garage has been
But again, we're not here to talk about Paige or Peter
I don't care.
or fucking
If you were
Darcy.
cheering the blonde,
But yet, that's
okay?
the only people that we keep talking about.
License means no driving, period.
That's what this episode is about, bro.
Probation officer says if you up the community service, they might reduce the fine.
Okay, fine, I'll pay an angel.
We can make sure that you are. Here.
And Troy, if you can't control Peter on the weekends, then I will.
Daphne, save the principal routine for your delinquent son, okay?
Who's delinquent? How about the guy who bought his 16-year-old son a $60,000 car?
Guys, stop.
Who are you trying to impress?
Bitch, you the principal. This ain't cute. Arguing with your ex-husband on the floor in the principal's office. This ain't cute. Go in your office and close the door. No, you did this in the... I wonder why my son Peter is acting out. And Darcy feels bad for his ass.
Okay, one thing at a time.
See, your laptop survived. Any chance I can check my blog?
Saving my semester by 5 p.m. is a tad more important than your blog.
Right. Stupid question. So, you almost done?
Not remotely.
Better hurry up. TikTok.
Good grammar
Well, shut
and
the fuck up
spelling
talking
are
to me. You see me, I'm
important.
doing my
But if
homework.
you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter...
TikTok.
Something else that happens in college, buying essays and having people write your essays or old essays, happens more often than not. Do you get caught? Not as often as a show on TV, but you get caught. So don't do it. Don't even waste your time or your money.
What's this?
Bus pass. Once I walked all the way home, I kind of cooled down.
Oh, wow. I feel like the cop pulled us over. I didn't think you'd be speaking to me anymore, let alone buying me gifts.
So you forgive me for smothering you with pie.
It was stupid to drive, but I had to get to the soup kitchen. I couldn't let the car start.
Were your parents mad about the car?
We're off the charts. Blame each other for everything. I try to be brave or whatever, but deep down, there's this little sad. Hey, how about a nice long walk in the park after school?
No.
Are you asking me out on a date?
Darcy, stop following photos, man.
That was a yes, right?
No.
Professor James? Here it is.
5 p.m., right on time.
Sometimes I work best under pressure.
I have seen this essay 4 times in the last 2 years. Most students try to change a sentence or two.
Professor James, with 300 students, these essays must all just start to look the same.
Don't insult me.
Come on now, thank you. Don't insult me.
You're giving me a 0?
Or I could talk to the dean, who, by the way, has made it his mission to eradicate plagiarism. Your choice.
My choice? I'm going home to a real school with real friends with lame, retarded dorms. I don't care if I am a stupid banting girl because I hate banting.
She didn't want to go there in the first place. Let's be real. You went there because your mom went there.
For you. Not soup
What the
kitchen
hell did
decorations
we
this time.
wear in
Huh?
the 2000s?
My favorite weed.
Darcy, what is that hat?
What's all this?
Beautiful day for a walk.
While I do community
Wait.
service.
This is your idea of a date?
Yeah, it's community service, but it's also doing good. Isn't that how you roll? Oh, I meant to ask. Do you think you can get the Reverend to sign some forms for last weekend?
So that's what this is? I'm your community service hookup?
Dars, this is my life. Thank God that nobody's perfect.
What's wrong, Vicky? I thought we were celebrating.
Yeah, well, our salad's supposed to be fresh. This is disgusting.
Well, maybe if you tried red meat, you wouldn't be so cranky.
You are unbelievable. Isn't she? Human trash compactor.
Either you're in Toronto midweek or the same root beer.
Dinner's on me. Okay, my mom. To Alex, the newest scholar on Degrassi's blog.
Did you have 3 hours to poach my drink?
Yeah, you must have been thirsty. I drove 3 hours for a great reason, but tonight is all about mid.
Carla ain't having it. She like, you thirsty for my girl?
Did you know that
Carla
she
was
turned
not
down
having it.
Paradise Bistro to come here? And I'm not saying she's perfect.
Should I leave you alone?
Now, I want to hear all about a day in the life of an honors grad marathon runner at Toronto U. Why?
Alex jealous.
But
don't ask a million questions.
Just try and make a check.
I don't know. It was so chaotic with all the family and the schoolwork. I was just craving some happy.
The last time I saw a friend take off another friend's shoe.
And we're gonna stay this close forever, right?
And so you're gonna scream at me from behind any bathroom doors?
I remember how that ended.
See, I did that, and 3 days later, you were making me a couch bed. I'm crazy, and you
But
were
that's
so
their
strong.
business. That ain't my business.
Even romantic girls need to let their hair down once in a while.
You're the only one who has any idea.
Oh, it's a school night. I'll check in.
Paige, leave her alone. She got a girl.
What was that?
What
So
was
it's
that?
10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000 in sales on Amazon already. Don't believe me? How about
Good night, kiss.
No. Friends who kiss friends like that talk about that shit. And it's not, and it's just a peck on the lips. That was not just a peck on the lips. That was like a peck on the lips with a little bite of
And I
the
would never
bottom lip.
intentionally
That's what that
eat your
was.
strawberries.
My food usually only says eat me.
Well, your mom and Chad called them little puffs of heaven.
They were made by such an angel. Are we going to talk about what that little smoochy smooch was all about last night?
Oh, you mean that thing that never happened?
Okay. You've driven here twice this week. And for what? To cook a couple meals? It seems kind of strange. For you.
Okay,
Hey, what the
Veronica
hell are you
Mars, I
wearing,
miss
girl?
home.
Okay, what's in these waffles?
Nothing. I'm happy and I have plans. Tonight's down
And
here in
I
Phoenix.
dropped out of college.
Huh?
Well, then round up the troops. I have a feeling I'll need to celebrate.
You know I wasn't the only reason you came back. Do I even get a hint?
Here, the Reverend hopes to see you at the next soup kitchen.
Wait, Darcy, I hate soup. I hate dog turds even more. But I like you. I have fun with
By the way,
You're at the
halfway through this
houseworks.
episode,
I've
and we got
Sears
maybe
Squad
45
Friendship Club.
more
Plus,
seconds of
I'm
screen
still
time
grounded thanks to those
for
web
a
photos.
VIP.
I just don't see it working. Sorry.
Wait, who's that guy who works in mysterious ways?
Stop trying to use the Lord to fuck her. That is creepy. That is predatory.
How's some high school records?
Well, Toronto, you accepted me last spring, so I was hoping I could transfer.
We need your Banting transcripts.
Even if I take a different program?
Yeah. Unless you want to reapply for the fall.
Next fall? My mom will die. I'm talking cardiac arrest, and then she's gonna kill me from beyond the grave.
Well, brush off and flounder.
Flounder? No. I can't flounder. I can't be this person. Horrible grades, social outcasting, the freshman 15 zillion. In 3 months, Banting has turned me into a chunky, essay flunking pyromaniac.
I'm guessing Banting isn't the problem. Sorry. Next.
This is not funny. Oh, this is not funny. Oh, but this is so funny. Oh, that is so fucking funny. I'm sorry, Paige.
Darcy, it's me.
Peter,
That's this for you,
what are you
girl.
doing here?
The word is romance.
You're gonna get us both in sugar.
I don't care. I'll risk all the sugar in the world. My probation, my house arrest, my parents losing their minds just for 1 minute with you. Be careful, I will sing.
No, my dad hears you. I'll never get to see you.
So you want to see me?
Go home, Peter.
I don't change my mind for anybody. I won't waste
Yo, we finally got Drake.
I won't share my life with anyone but you. With anyone but you. With anyone but you.
Sorry, I'm late. Pinchy boots. Keep the slow.
Oh, it's like Spinner.
Whatever, I'll take that as a compliment. Flag says you're back in town to celebrate.
Yeah. So what's the amazing news?
Well, yours truly just got a huge scholarship to Toronto U. I'm moving home.
In the middle of the semester?
Yeah, they made an exception. So are we going to do this or not?
You bet.
Busted, Maestro.
I don't change my mind for anybody. I won't waste my time for anybody. Won't share my life with anyone but you.
So when are you gonna tell me why you really left
I
band?
wonder was Drake becoming Drake at this
already
time
told
because
you.
that motherfucker had one
Big
speaking
semester
line.
scholarship. Thing is, you already had one.
Banting is not what I expected. I mean, I'm kicking butt, but it's so late. There's no fun times like tonight, and definitely no fun people.
That
Banting was great for my mom, but I have connections here.
connections? By that you mean
My friends, people who think I count for something, cool people. Oh, and pinchy boots. There should be paper towels in here somewhere. My dad went all Boy Scout when I got the car.
She found your grades.
Did you find anything?
yeah. Sure did.
Hey, but
Here. It's a daytime. I wrote in all my free time this week. You do the same, and that's when I'll see you.
cool, thanks. Oh, so you're free today after school? I have an hour before I have to report to my probation officer.
It's a date.
Oh, here you go.
What's this?
Directions to a convicted street racer's press conference after school. I volunteered you to give an apology.
Today? You've got to be joking.
If you're thinking on skipping, don't. I'll be there.
Oh. Come on, Miss Hazelakis.
Trash bag. Forget something?
Yeah, I can't live without this.
Well, your uncle's looking forward to some squeaky clean dishes at his restaurant this week.
Y'all, these ads are about to fucking blow me. Oh my gosh.
Weekend.
Yeah, and every other weekend, I know.
You know another way to make the $5 grand it cost me to get the car to impound? Maybe your mother will take a cut to her alimony payments.
Love you too. My office, 3 o'clock sharp.
Yeah, you were right. This isn't gonna work.
It shouldn't. Because both of you all are on rec.
Bedroom on the subway line? 100, ouch.
2-bedroom?
Isn't it time you gave your mom and Chad their personal space? Are you waiting for someone? Who, Carla? Look, if we move in together, it doesn't mean... Mom? Hi. What are you doing here?
We need to talk, Paige. You have some explaining to do.
What's going on?
Alex found some essays, some tests in your car.
Alex a real one though. Not sure if he's gonna see this, but shout out to my best friend in college, Reed. Reed Michael. I'm not gonna say his full government, but Reed Michael. I was going through a tough time and nobody else can see it. And he didn't necessarily know I was going through a tough time, but he saw that I was abandoning a lot of my responsibilities. And he was the only person to put me in check. Only person to put me in check. And the only person willing to ask what was going on too. So shout out to Reed Michael. Me and him ain't never gonna be as close as Paige and Alex was, but he definitely came through like Alex did for Paige.
Did this?
I'll let you guys talk.
Thought I'd find you here.
I'm forming a permanent butt groove. Why are you here?
Just saying.
Wow, so many layers in the
Must be all looking like
2000s.
they're always angry.
The boots with the leggings, with the shorts, with the skirt, with the cami, with the shirt, with the jacket. Girl, you finna go to Antarctica.
There's I'm gonna be late to pick you up. I'm gonna bail on dates. Day planners in the world can't change that. I'll never stop thinking about you.
Doris, I'm always gonna be a fuck boy, but I'm always gonna keep trying to be with you, no matter how I'm gonna be a fuck boy. And that's fine. I like fuck boys. And I want you to keep fucking me over, because fuck boys are my thing. That was that dialogue for anybody who needed it.
I can't believe you told my mother. Who else would I tell? I don't know nobody.
You need help, Paige. And you need to tell the truth to someone. Who's the only way to force it out?
Well, why didn't you talk to me first?
Paige, you've been lying to me ever since you got here. And I have no idea why.
I've always kind of felt like you looked up to me. And I want you to be proud of me, but the truth is, I'm just a loser.
And you used me to pull some big crazy scam.
I'm sorry, Alex. I didn't know who else to turn to.
Next time you need a safety net, call the fire department.
Actually, they'll probably be calling me. I kind of burned down my dorm room.
Ah!
Seriously? Wow. When you flame out, you really flame out.
Pun
What am I
intended.
gonna do?
That's the thing, Missy. What do you want to do?
So that was the end of episode 2, Free Falling, from Degrassi, The Next Generation. I want to say these episodes came out. So this episode came out. The first one came out in March 28th, and the second one came out April 4th of 2007. Just to give you all like a time frame. Like I said, the 2000s were a weird time. For anybody who watches Degrassi and ended up watching Degrassi Next Class, it was more like the digital age of Degrassi. And I'm not sure if they did any college storylines. I don't remember them doing any college storylines. But they do recycle a lot of the storylines every time they redo Degrassi. And it's a different, what's what I'm looking for? A take for how the time period is. So now it's time for me to go ahead and grade this. Before I grade it, let me just go ahead and say this is not my first actual episode of Token Talks, okay? So my first episode of Token Talks, I actually tried to record it, and that was anxiety off the ass and a piece of shit. A piece of shit. And I did the first 2 episodes of Degrassi, and I hated it. I hated it. I freaking hated it. Not Degrassi. I still love the show. Not anything about the writing, more or less, or the storylines, or the plot, or the synopsis. I'm hating it because I feel like I had no content to talk about with my podcast, which is why I came up with the grading system so that way I can still talk about an episode without feeling disappointed when I had nothing to fucking talk about. And boy, let's get in fucking to it. So, for marker number 1, do we have a main character or do we have supporting characters? Um, it's very clear to say that we have supporting characters. Of all the characters that we saw in the 2 episodes, we had Marco, we had Carla, who was Alex's girlfriend, and we had Marco's parents. I'm not even going to include Marco's parents because they were literally just there for plot reasons. Um, Subplot at that. The subplot of the subplot, because the Degrassi has a thing of having 2 things that goes on at one time, sometimes 3 things. And as I said in the synopsis, the first episode, the main synopsis was talking about Paige and her anxiety. The second synopsis or plot of the episode was talking about Darcy and Peter's relationship. And then the subplot of both of those would be Miss Hazelakis, Peter's parents, and how they were fucking parenting him, and how they were giving on him. And I would say the subplot of this would be how Alex's and Marco's involvement was to either ignoring Paige's signs and helping her get better. So therefore, Marco was a supporting character. I'm not even going to include Carla in this. For time reasons, I'm going to include Carla in this, but Carla is not needed to be included in this shit. So I will give them from main character to supporting character a D. Mainly because I like Marco. Marco is very relatable for things that I've gone through, and even though he has nothing to do with this, none of that has anything to do with this specific episode. The way that he supported Paige was dope. He definitely played a big role in it, more so the first episode than the second episode. So therefore, I would give it a D because he gave a good C plus B minus effort in the first episode. But he was nowhere to be seen in the second episode. So therefore, overall, this gets a D. Um, Realistic to stereotype, I can't really speak much on it. While I do have family from Cuba, I can't really speak on Marco's Hispanic or Latinx heritage because I can't really remember Marco's ethnicity at this moment in time. Um, However, if I was to speak on the LGBT mafia aspect of things, I say it was pretty fucking realistic. The whole pretending to be roommates, the whole pretending to be friends for your parents, put it on the facade. That was all very realistic. And then going to the plot of things, the way that he did not see the signs of Paige, and to the way that he supported Paige, I would also say that was pretty realistic. So for that, I would give it a B. Only reason I want to give it an A is because it didn't really go too much towards the ethnicity, race, or cultural aspect of things. But if we want to talk about the career aspect of things and the way that he supported Paige, he definitely went. He was there. When it comes to screen time, out of 44 minutes and 40 seconds of TV, we have a total. Oh, I'm sorry. Then the first category was the number of characters. And as I stated, that was Marco, Drake, Carla, and Marco's parents. And I'm not counting Marco's parents. So I'm just going to say 3. Out of 44 minutes and 40 seconds, we have a total of 8 minutes and 34 seconds of screen time. Let's just sit here and do the math and figure out like how much is that? How many seconds is 22 minutes and 40 seconds?
It's 1,360 seconds.
Okay. How many seconds is 8 minutes and 34 seconds?
Sorry, I couldn't.
How many seconds is 8 minutes and 34 seconds? How many seconds is 8 minutes and 34 seconds?
It's 515 seconds.
Okay. So we're going to do 515. Well, what is that? One. I'm just going to round up. 1350. We have a whopping total of, and I'm going to round up again, of 40% of screen time throughout a total of 2 episodes. Realistically, we have 38% of screen time throughout 2 episodes, and most of that was in a total of 4 to 6 scenes between the 2 episodes. And one of the most notable characters, being Drake, only had a total of 1 line between the 2 episodes. Bitch, I can't make this shit up. I need another motherfucking Drake. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I applaud. You know, I'm gonna save that for the end. So, number of characters that we saw, 3. I should have counted how many characters we saw throughout the thing, but we're gonna go ahead. From what I can remember, we had Paige, we had Alex. I'm not counting the parents. We had Darcy. I'm going to count Peter's parents, Peter and Peter's mom and Peter's dad. I'm not going to count Peter's dad. I'm going to count Peter's mom because she's more of the main character. So we had 5 out of 3. That's 3 divided by 5. That's a total of 60. So that's another D. So we have a D for main characters. We have a D for supporting. We have a B for realism. For screen time, we have a straight up F. So all together, ladies and gentlemen, this is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Degrassi. I had such high hopes. Degrassi, I had such high hopes that that can't be right. My math has to be fucking wrong. So we have 2 D's, a B, and an F. Okay. That can't be right. Maybe I've been out of school for so long, I don't know how to determine a motherfucking grade point average. But I know for a fact that this is not correct. I know for a fact that this is not correct. It can't be. It can't be correct. It can't be correct. It's not correct. That is more realistic. So, the grade point average of these 2 episodes of Degrassi is a 2.0. Sorry, Sorry, a .20. That's a straight up fail. Degrassi failed. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I had high hopes for Degrassi, and I don't know if it's just because like Degrassi was just realistic because of like the storylines, and if it's the fact that they age cast in Degrassi, so therefore since they age cast, a lot of the emotions that come out from these actors and actresses are a lot more realistic. But when it comes to the way that they cast and give storylines to the minority characters, boy, oh boy, it is not shit. It ain't shit. And I'm sad. And I'm sad. Again, Degrassi has a 0.20, a straight up F for Degrassi. What's up, sis?
Smoke split?
Sure.
Well, guess what? We're gonna have to roll it.
Cool beans. That was just on my live.
Really roll it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So that was just on my live. Anywho, so yeah, Degrassi failed. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so freaking sad. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this episode. Before I close out this episode, I want to go ahead and dedicate every episode to a person of color who has been affected through police brutality, who has yet to get the justice that they deserve. Since it is Hispanic Heritage Month, I am going to I'm going to go ahead and shout out Lieutenant Caron Nazrio. He was pulled over on December 5th, 2020 for a traffic stop. When the officer stopped him, they never told him what he was stopped for. They asked him who was in the car with him. He responded, and they still never told him what he was stopped for. They came at him with their weapons drawn. Excuse me. On top of that, they also pepper sprayed him. Since then, Joe Guttierez, who was one of the police officers, was fired. However, Daniel Crocker, who was another police officer on the scene, has not been fired, and he is still working for the Windsor, I believe, police station in Virginia. Lieutenant Nazario did file is suing the police department for the wrongful actions against him, and that case will see his day in court. We'll see his day in court in March 2022. I'm praying, I'm hoping that he gets the justice that he deserves. And also to close out Hispanic Heritage Month, Monday is Christopher Columbus Day. And I want to say a big fuck you to Christopher Columbus and everything that you stand for. So thank you for that as well. Lastly, to go ahead and to end out my podcast, like I said, I will be raffling off a bottle of 19 Crimes Cali Red Snoop Dogg's rhyme that he partnered with back in 2020 last summer, like I said. So if you would like to get a bottle of Cali Red, all you have to do is cash app this page, not me personally, but cash app this page, $ TokenTalks, just $1, however many times that you would like to enter the raffle. I will go ahead and pull the drawing for that raffle at the end of the month. And like I said, a majority of the proceeds that I get for the raffle will be going to a non-for-profit. Hopefully I get some money for the raffle. If I don't, I still will go ahead and donate $5 of my own personal money to a non-for-profit, and I will announce a non-for-profit at the end of the month as well. Well, 4 weeks from now as well. I want to say thank you all for going ahead and watching this podcast. It was a struggle going ahead and getting this done. It is long. There are a lot of times where I'm just staring off into space, and there are a lot of times where one of these cameras aren't getting my full attention. But I still appreciate you all for watching me. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I appreciate you guys for voting for Degrassi and voting for me to drink wine, and be on the lookout to know what you guys will be voting for me to watch next time and what I will be drinking next time. You all have a super Sunday, and I love you all. Thank you, and God bless. I'm about to go ahead and slowly close out of everything. I'm going to go ahead and start with Facebook. I'm sorry, with Instagram. Good night. And then want to end with YouTube. Good night.